Who amongst us wants more than enough? Is there anybody that you know that says, I have enough? Mostly everyone I know says, I want more than enough. Let's talk about this morning the road to overflow. The road to overflow. How do I get to overflow? How do I get to a place in my life where I have more than enough? And not just in financial areas of my life, any area of my life. How do I get there? What is the road to overflow? Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday morning. It is hump day. It is the middle of the week, the first week of 2022. And we're talking about how to be generous, how to be prosperous, how to move forward in 2022 through intentional living. So if you want our 31-day journal, which covers 21 days of the Daniel fast, then all you need to do is just put your email address in the chat area. We'll send it to you. We'll send it to you. And New Life is all about living intentionally this year. We're saying intentional living. That's what it's all about. And a part of that intentional living, a main part of that intentional living of the 8 areas that we're going to be talking about this year, you have to get that whole giving area, that financial area, that generosity area straight in your life. And this morning, we're going to talk about how do I move into more than enough? How do I get to the street, the road to overflow? I don't know about you, but I want my house address on that street. Going to give you the text to talk and the takeaway in 5 minutes or less. We're going to deal with that. In Psalms 145 and 14, it says this: May the Lord give you increase, you and your children. May the Lord give you increase, you and your children. More than enough. The road to overflow. And that's Psalms 115. Psalms 115. Here's 3 things I want to share with you about that psalm, about that text. The first thing is this: ask yourself, in order to get on the road to overflow, to having more than enough, there's the first thing that you need to ask yourself is, why do you want more? Why do you want more? Rarely, if ever, do we ask ourselves that question. We are so preoccupied with more, getting more than enough, having overflow in our lives. But you need to ask yourself that question. Why do you want more? Contentment and godliness is great gain. That's what Paul wrote to Timothy. He said contentment and godliness is great gain. Paul also wrote in Philippians, he says, look, wherever I have found myself, therein I'm content. In other words, you have to ask yourself, why do you want more? And it has to circle around some area of being content. Because here's the second thing I need to share with you. You got to determine how much is enough. I don't care what the area is. Determine how much is enough. If you never determine how much is enough, you're going to chase more. Therein lies the first thing that we shared. There has to be some contentment. There has to be a point in which you say, look, godliness and contentment is great gain. And therein lies me saying, in this area, whether it's clothes, whether it's finances, whether it's food, whether it's an enjoyable evening, whether it's vacation, whether it's a car, whether it's a house, whatever the case may be, you have to come to some decision in your life and to say, this is enough. Because if you don't, you'll chase more. You will always, and it doesn't matter. It's not the finances only. Make that determination. Find your place of contentment. Godliness and contentment is great gain. And here's the third thing that I need you to share and to understand. Decide that money is a tool used to establish generations and build the kingdom. Let me say it again. I want you to get it. Put it in the chat area. Make the decision within yourself that money is a tool. Money is a tool for what? To establish my generation and to build the kingdom. He said that you will have more than enough for your children's children. For your children's children. That's what he says. I'm going to give you increase for you and your children. So when my children has been established, and therefore I've established within them not only wealth, not riches, but wealth, as well as a spiritual legacy, they are now set up to continue to build the kingdom. And then secondly, under this third thing is this: I have money so that I might establish the kingdom in the earth. God doesn't need to turn to others. He turns to the church to build the kingdom. And you and I are the believers that build the kingdom. He uses us to do that. So what's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: the road to overflow. You want your address on the road to overflow? Well, that street goes through the kingdom. You want your address to be on the road to overflow? That street goes through the kingdom. It's all about the kingdom. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you, give you peace. Share this, man. If it bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. And remember, tonight there's a revival at my church online, and you can catch it. New Life Tube 1 or Facebook Live. I got a word for you. It's called Stick to It. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna. Share the manna. Bye now.